Thieves is the hot new open world pirate game exclusive to Xbox, and we've been playing its closed beta so much our fingers have gone all pruny. The game's changed loads since we last played it a few months back, and it's taught us a bunch of new stuff, like how to blow up rival ships with barrels of gunpowder, or how to lock troublesome crewmates in the brig, and also the joy of solo voyages. Sea of Thieves has taught us so much, in fact, that we have to share it with you. Here are our favourite bits in the game. Let's start with a bang, literally. One of the new toys added to the closed beta are barrels of gunpowder, and they pack an incredible punch. You'll find them on islands along with other random resources, and like everything in Sea of Thieves, there's loads of different ways of using them. The most obvious use? Clearing away nearby enemies. As demonstrated by our helpful crash test dummy, aka producer Matt, you can see that the explosion is big and very deadly. Enjoy your trip on the ferry of the damned, Matt! But barrels can be put to much better use than just blowing up producers of YouTube channels. A barrel is a brilliant means of sabotaging rival ships. Why focus your efforts on puncturing the hull from the outside when you can smuggle gunpowder onto an enemy vessel, place it in the hold, and then detonate it with one pistol blast? The resulting explosion is enough to blow several holes in the hull at once, letting all that lovely water come gushing in. This is a particularly good trick when you find enemy ships moored by an island. It's much quicker than navigating your cannons around the coast. Gunpowder is a huge amount of fun. Old Guy Fawkes was onto something. Some of the craziest moments of the beta come from cursed chests. These rare treasures hold gold riches, but come at a steep cost. The Curse of 1,000 Grogs does exactly what it says on the tin. It makes you feel like you've got a stomach of gut-rotting booze. You'll be stumbling all over the place, which is the last thing you want to be doing when being swarmed by skeletons on your way back to the ship. Thankfully, it's hangover-free and really beneficial to you in the long run, which makes it a really unrealistic advert for real drink. Even trickier is the Chest of Sorrow. This one doesn't like being stolen and will weep big salty tears when you bring it back to the boat. Tears that will gradually flood and sink your ship. Cue lots of manic bailing as you try to keep the waves of sadness at bay, praying that nothing else goes wrong as you do it. It will eventually stop crying, though you can speed the process up by having one player hold the chest and cling to the ship's outside ladder. You can also soothe it by playing a tune. Apparently it needs to be a sad song, as demonstrated by our failed attempt to cheer it up with Ride of the Valkyries. Jeez, everyone's a critic now. Cursed chests don't make for plain sailing, but the gold rewards are massive, so stick with them through thick and thin. This entry is all about nabbing a free bit of extra treasure. If you spot a flock of seagulls circling high above the water, you struck gold, because seagulls point out the presence of wrecks. Try using your telescope to spy them from a distance, or climbing the crow's nest to really give your surroundings a good old scour. It's always worth steering over to these ocean avians and investigating, because directly below them lies untold riches. Take this wreck for example. I saw it halfway through a mission, so I put everything on hold and decided to investigate. Once you've pulled up beside it, you have to dive down and find the treasure chest it contains, and that's normally on the lowest deck. Don't worry about drowning, as you can stay underwater for ages in this game, so you can normally raid the ship in a single breath. That said, there are sometimes air pockets where you can fill your lungs. Once you've found your treasure chest, haul it up to the surface, swim back to your ship, and stash it somewhere. From there, you can sail back to an outpost and sell it for some gold coin. That's the sort of pirating I like. I get rich and no one has to die. Or at least, I didn't have to kill anyone myself. Thanks for the help, seagulls. And here I was thinking all you did was squawk and steal my chips. Sea of Thieves wants you to enjoy yourself. That's why it puts a tankard right in your inventory. Not even an empty tankard, a full tankard of rich, hearty grog. I'm sorry, but that's all the excuse I need to party. A single cup is enough to make you go all funny, so whatever was sloshing around in that mug must be some pretty strong stuff. Your vision distorts and you'll lose control of your legs, which makes things like entering doorways and climbing ladders very difficult indeed. Try this on deck and you'll definitely fall into the sea, no question about it. And no one wants to get eaten by a shark drunk. But at least you can keep drinking whilst you're underwater. Don't let a little thing like drowning stop you. You don't have to stop at one drink. You can keep going. Head over to a barmaid at the pub of any outpost or to your onboard grog barrel situated below deck and request a refill with X. Then do it again, then again, and then again. As in real life, you'll know you've reached your limit when the puke comes out. Usually, it'll be time to go to bed at this point. But this is Sea of Thieves, and there's still fun to be had. When you're in the midst of a heave, whip out your bucket and you'll spew an awful gut creation right into it. Only true grogaholics carry a bucket around with them. You know what to do with that, don't you? If your answer was to take that bucket and quietly go to deposit it outside, that would be the wrong answer. The right answer, of course, is to press RT and launch the putrid contents everywhere. Launch it over the tables, across the carpet, and coat the entire pub in your belly vomit. It's like a Tuesday night down Wetherspoons. You can even launch the contents right into the poor barmaid's face. It's usually quite hard to do this when you're wobbling everywhere. What terrible pub goers we are. Cheers for the unlimited free drink. Now here's a bucket of sick. This entry is one for you if you've got a troublesome crewmate on board. Every ship, no matter how big or small, comes with a jail below deck. And this jail isn't just for show, it's a fully functional jail, and you can vote for people to get locked in there whenever you want. For instance, if one of your crew is being annoying, like dropping the anchor when you're going full speed, or sailing off with the ship and leaving everyone stranded on an island, you can turn them into a jailbird. And for how long is entirely up to you. Just press back to visit the menu and cast your votes. You might want to give someone a brief cooling off period, or you might just want to lock someone up for good and then go and torment them. You'll notice I'm locked up here. As you can see, I'm losing it. But hey, if you ever get locked up, you probably deserve it. As a pirate's pet parrot would no doubt say, who's a pretty boy then? Customize your pirate and it's you. You are the pretty boy or girl. Although you spawn as a random pirate with no control over what you look like, earning a few coins from quests lets you purchase clothes and accessories. The categories feature hats, gloves, trousers, belts, coats and shirts. Right now, there are 2 tiers of clothing. The cheapest is called Build Rat, and it's characterized by ripped material and patched together holes. With slightly more cash to throw around, you can buy Admiral gear with its gold buttons and noble stitching. If your crew don't respect you in this, there's no saving them. It's not only clothes you can buy, but equipment too. The equipment improves upon your original stuff, and it also comes in tiers. The higher the tier, the better the equipment, but the more it costs. So for instance, you can upgrade from your leaky wooden bucket to this fetching one here, with its ebony wood and gold touches. That'll be good to catch your sick in. You can also buy swankier shovels, a new compass, and even more attractive accordion and hurdy-gurdy. You don't need a team of surly pirates to play Sea of Thieves. You can actually take command of a small boat on your own and venture forth on the high seas. It's great. No one telling you what to do, no work-shy crewmates getting you sunk or lost. You only answer to one person out here, and that's you. There are actually 2 different sizes of boats in Sea of Thieves that you can pick depending on how many crewmates you have. There's a large and well-equipped ship with 8 cannons, and this is for the full complement of 4 sailors. But then there's also the smaller ship intended for 1 or 2. You can invite your friends or play with random people. Just select the size of ship you want and the game determines how many crewmates to match you with. But set sail on the small boat without inviting a friend and you'll automatically become a lone wolf. Of course, this freedom comes with a downside. Turns out it's actually pretty difficult to work a ship by yourself. You have to raise the anchor, angle the sail, navigate, and steer. Every time I turn the ship, I have to scamper down the stairs to check my position on the map and then scamper back up. And heaven forbid you take damage to the hull. In the mad panic to bail out water and repair, it's really easy to drift off course. So this is definitely a mode for people already confident at their pirate life. But playing alone does have its benefits. It's lovely and tranquil out here on the waves. You can use this time to meditate. Plus, you can ring this bell whenever you want. Nice. We'll finish with the mission system, and Sea of Thieves beta really gave us our first good look at how it all works. Generally, the aim is to purchase treasure maps from your good mate here, the one with the gold chin. That's probably a good sign the man knows where to find gold. Once you've got your map, head to the captain's quarters on your ship, slap it down on the table and vote for it. Everyone on your ship has to do so. Now, you'll either have a map of an unnamed island, which you have to try and find using your big map table, or you'll have a riddle containing the name of an island, which makes the finding process a bit easier. With the map of an island, your mission is as simple as sailing to that island, heading to the big red X and digging. With the riddle one, you have to first visit the island for the second half of the riddle to reveal itself, then work out where the treasure is from the clues. Once you've got your treasure, sail back to the outpost and sell it to the gold-chinned man. He'll reward you handsomely, and in Sea of Thieves, gold gets you new clothes, better equipment, and when Rare adds it in, customized ships. The more quests you do for him, the more your reputation rises, letting you take on better quests and buy rare items, like a golden shovel. It's not unlike Destiny's reputation system, only with more spades. The more difficult quests have multiple steps, and the islands take longer to reach. And if you fail, there's no refund. You just have to buy the mission again. But to balance it out, the payout is much higher too. So they're definitely worth doing. Keep at it, and one day you too might be able to have your very own gold chin. So there you have it, all the stuff we learned from playing the Sea of Thieves beta to bits. If you found a cool new feature we didn't mention in the video, feel free to share it in the comments below. And as always, give this video a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see you next time. Bye!